You ready?
Yeah.
I'm actually really nervous for this.
What are you even
Because
gonna
what if
ask?
this is going to be... What do I say? Can I get the order?
In front of us, please, but don't tell us what it is.
Yeah.
Can I take your order, please?
Oh, you're right, mate. Can I get the same order as the person in front of me?
What order was that?
I don't know. You tell me. No, don't tell me, actually. Just whatever the order is in front of me, just get it.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay, what's it?
Don't look. Don't look.
You sure, yeah?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Okay, go down to the next window.
Thank you.
Do not tell me what it is.
Have you seen it?
No, don't tell me what it is.
I saw one item, but then I didn't see the rest.
Oh God.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. £6.18 ain't too bad.
Okay, that's all right. You thought it was going to be like 20 bar or something.
Yeah. I had to check who's in front of me. Are you right?
Do you have any sugars or anything?
No, thank you. No.
I don't know what drink I'm getting.
I don't know any sugars.
Yeah. No.
How nervous is this?
No, this is
fun. I love watching these videos as well. It's great. I want to know what it is.
What a waste of money.
I see Fanta.
I hope I like it. No, it better
can't
not
drink
be Fanta.
9 o'clock in the
Not
morning,
at
you
this
can't drink
time.
Fanta.
I'm not having Fanta. We're going back round. Oh, I hope I
See
like
2
it.
coffees.
2.
Thank you.
What is
I have to
that?
have a little look. They give you a receipt anyway, so we can have a little look what they got.
Okay.
Thank God it ain't an order. People do this like 24 hours and stuff. I think when I definitely finish prep, I'll be doing. I've got to do this.
Yeah.
I've got to do this. Surely. Because you're the one eating it. I'm not gonna be eating any of this. You're the one that's gonna be eating it.
Oh,
That's why I
God.
said it was pointless. I was like, should we do it? Should we not do it? Because it's pointless. You're not.
Oh no, it's not going to be you, is it?
It's not gonna be me that's eating it. It's gonna be you that's eating it. And if anything, you're not gonna eat any of it.
I just hope it's nice.
have
You
one.
saw the first order. Is the first order like, would I eat it or not?
Probably not. Can't remember what it was exactly now. I know it was sausage and egg.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Cheers. Wonder what it
Park
could be.
up right now.
Right now.
Right now.
We are gonna see.
What am I having?
This could be a bad move. A very bad move.
Yeah. Oh, nervous.
A latte, egg McMuffin, bagel, hash brown, no egg, no folded egg. So that's a pretty
That is
good order.
what I want. That is what I wanted. I wanted an egg
So,
muffin. Well,
you got
coffee, not a latte, but still.
Hash
Oh.
brown, egg and cheese McMuffin. You got sausage and egg bagel with no folded egg.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Was there anything that you want from this?
Yeah, the egg McMuffin. And I'll have the latte.
Egg and cheese though. That wasn't too bad.
That's what I wanted. That's what I mean. If I was
You
going
want
to get pancakes, I
You
would
gotta
have
go
got
get
that.
Basically, I'm just doing this for the video. So if you can like the video, so I might actually get some revenue back because I've just wasted £6 on just a bit of a video. Things what you got to do for YouTube, man. It's fucking annoying. That's not too bad. I'm
done-
glad that's
yeah.
not over a tenner. I don't mind for £6.
They
still.
done good as well.
And you might have one thing out of this.
No, I'll have 2.
Oh, you have
I'll
two
have the
things.
McMuffin
2 out of 3
and the hash
things.
brown.
Did you have the latte?
I'll try it.
Try a latte.
I've never had a latte before, so yeah, I could try it.
Bad.
It's good.
But we're gonna go around again, and you're gonna get pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Should I get a coffee as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I have to meet him again. Matey boy's gonna think, what's going on? We've just seen you, mate.
Didn't you like your order?
Yeah, that was a great segment of the video. I can't believe I just did that. Welcome to today's video.
Yeah. No egg.
No, wait. Is that just sausage?
Yeah. This is one that I didn't want.
I mean, I know I'm on prep, but that looks dirty.
It does, doesn't it?
Nah. Oh, we nearly just crashed the night. So here we have a wild beast eating some Lidl's cookies on the way to the gym. Now that has made me super jealous. What one have you got? Oh, go on. Big bite. Oh, that looks so good. I haven't had one of those since beginning of the year. Oh,
Have one if you want.
oh, God. Jealous, but we are on the way to Deeks Gym as usual, weekend kind of vibes. Deadlift today? How's my right glute's a little bit sore.
Sure, I squatted yesterday.
Did you? Yeah. You're a fucking madman. You've always been like that. You probably need to get in the other lane, if I remember correctly.
Huh? Yeah, right there.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, we're on the way to Deeks Gym. What do you think of the old clock? I can't even see, can you? What do you think of the old clogs, Nate? Look at that.
They're alright.
Hey, they're comfy as fuck, not gonna lie to you.
You'd fit right in a Pure Gym because about 3 of the PTs wear them there.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to have a little discussion about that with them boys. Hey, how you feeling? You know, it's like having a beard and that. Like, you know, we see someone with a top knot and you kind of acknowledge them, like, you're right, mate, how's it going, sort of thing. You got a fucking, so you got hair on your chin, like hair, and then hair underneath there. Pre-workout toast on the way to the gym. Cheers to deadlifts.
Cheers to
Neck it.
I can't, I won't be able to see the road.
Oh, fucking hell. Chemically, innit? Oh, hi guys, and welcome to this part of the video. I hope all is okay. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure that bollocks, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. So the day of the deadlift, again, a movement which I have avoided for such a long period of time, and it very much shows in my physique. If I had to pick apart my physique, my posterior chain is nowhere near as good as what it should be. And towards the end of, well, after this after this voiceover, Nathan will go into exactly how he's built up his deadlift. He lifts, I think he's done like 240 in the past. I've seen him do 240. In this video today, he did 220 for a set of 5, which is fucking like 100 kilos more than me. He's moving 260 there very, very quickly. But we started off with deadlifts. Again, eccentrically low in the deadlift is something which I recommend a lot of individuals would do to get any sort of benefit from deadlifting. You see so many people not controlling the eccentrics, and I just think that is just a waste of time. Like, you need to be controlling your eccentrics. My form is a little bit meh here. I mean, it's better than what it was previously, but what I need to try and do is keep my chest up a little bit more, and this is why I always get you guys, or recommend you guys, to record your sets, because we picture it in our head, like I spoke about in my last video. We imagine it in our head, but when we video it, it looks completely different. Here's Nathan pulling 200 for a set of 9. Just fucking strong, if you ask me. Really impressed. Nathan's been guilty in the past for not actually, you know, he's been touch and go, slamming the weight and stuff like that. But I've really kind of wanted to emphasize him controlling his eccentrics a little bit more, and instead of bouncing the weight off and using momentum. So this is his 220 kilo set. Really fucking impressive. Really impressive. Just don't know why, but this just motivates me when watching this right now. Like, I am way off this, like I'm nearly 100 kilos off this, and fuck me, it does motivate me to, when I finish my competition prep, I really want to utilize my off season and get better and get stronger at these movements, which are going to create some decent density. So make sure that you listen to what Nathan's got to say after this voiceover regarding his deadlift tips. We moved on to the iso lat pull down. Again, I would recommend implementing this type of movement at the beginning of your sessions, because it's really, really hard to get the muscle short. And you'll find that if you do this towards the end of the session, you're not going to be able to put nowhere near as much effort and force into the movement. So what I'm trying to think about here is I'm trying to think about driving my elbows down to the floor instead of doing any kind of scapular retraction. So you want to lead through the elbows, and we're just picturing bringing our elbows towards the floor or towards our hips. Really fantastic exercise, but like I said, I'd recommend you implementing it towards the beginning stages of your sessions. We then moved on to like a stationary T-bar row, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't know why, because it's in such a fixed position that it's just awkward to some degree. But what I'm trying to think about here is I'm trying to think over the bar, George. I'm trying to think over the bar, hips back, and stay locked in. I don't want to do too much swinging within this movement, if that makes sense. So again, I'm trying to drive the elbows back as far as I can. It's this difficult movement for me. I'm a bigger fan of the chest supported T-bar rows than I am the actual stationary T-bar rows, because it actually allows you to lock in and do what you want to achieve, which is to drive the elbows back. And with the chest supported, of course, you can have that fixed position to allow you to focus on scapular retraction, which is fantastic. We then moved on to a close grip pull down. Again, a slight lean back, elbows to the floor. So I'm always thinking about driving my elbows to the floor. I think higher rep ranges work really well with lat pull downs. I don't think going below 6 provides any benefit. I see so many individuals just moving weight from A to B when it comes to the movements like that. We then moved on to a seated or chest supported seated row. Again, driving my elbows back. Scapular retraction here is fantastic. Again, keeping our chest remained on the pad in front of us. You may need to adjust your position when it comes to these movements. Like Nathan's like 5'11", I'm 5'6". Make sure that you're adjusting the seat. We then finished off with rear delts and bicep work. What I'm trying to focus on here is keeping our elbows nice and high. As you can see, my elbows here, Nathan's elbows as well when he's performing this, is elbows nice and high. Anywhere from 12 to 15 up to 20 up to 30 reps works really well for the rear delts. But this was a fantastic overall session. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this part of the video, and I'll see you in the next clip. So we fucked up. I fucked.
Don't blame me.
Okay, so I fucked up. Basically, we have to pay for parking. Obviously, we're in a car park right now, and I put the wrong fucking number plate in.
You
on
put
Nathan's.
BDK instead of BEK. You're one letter off.
Yeah.
And obviously they've.
Hopefully they'll let us off. Basically, I put one letter wrong, and I fucked it.
You just say you went to press E, but your fat finger pressed D.
I'll just blame it on prep. Oh mate, it's all fucking prep, man. Luckily I had this because I threw this on the floor underneath your car. I'll be honest with the people here.
Did you just pick that up?
I picked it up on the floor. I put it underneath the car. That's lucky, innit? Luckily the wind didn't blow it away or anything like that.
Yeah, tell you what, it says write it in.
Are they open right now? Because it's 5 o'clock.
They probably ignore it on purpose, don't they? But
sorry, Nathan. I feel so bad.
I'll try it now.
If it don't work or they say no, I'll pay it. It's 25 quid.
Imagine, yeah, because if you pay it in 14 days, they give you a half price. Imagine if they drag it out the full 14, so you have to pay the full 50 quid.
Fucking the wankers, you fucking wankers. You watching this? You what are they? Traffic wardens, wankers. You watching this? You're a traffic warden? Fuck you. No, I'm only joking. But I made a mistake. Today's post-workout is... Oh, that looks actually quite good. So we had a very good session. What do you think of that? Very good session? Or?
That was really good.
I just think it's just time. Like, we need more time. I hate rushing towards the end, like the rear delts, the fluffiest stuff. We had to rush, but
I think if you want to get the most potential out of your first compound, you need to take like an hour on it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Warm up. You need to take the sufficient amount of rest between each set.
Especially when it comes to pulling off the floor. I think for me, it's a completely different sport. Like we take literally about an hour of our session was just pulling off the floor, like warming up, everything firing. I think that's about an hour long.
We got there about 20 past 2. I done my last working set 25 to 4.
Fucking hell.
So we're about an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But you don't want to rush between each set, because if you lower that obviously rest period, you're still going to be fatigued from the previous set. And I noticed that obviously as we got through the session, towards the end when we had to quickly get them 2 sets done and move straight to the next one, there was pre-exhaustion on the first set, or from the previous set. You lift like 100 kilos more than me in a deadlift. Obviously we're in completely different phases. You weigh more than me and like kind of bit bollocks, but not much.
But still you are, lifting like 100 kilos more than me. Tell people, like, how can you pull 220 off the floor? Like, I look at that and think, fucking hell, I've never been able to do that. What's the most you pulled off the floor? I've
only ever tried 245 for a single. That was 3 years ago.
How have you got to that? Because you're fucking strong at pulling off the floor.
It's not something that happened overnight. It's not something where in 6 weeks I've gone from pulling 160 to 200. This is something where I started 4 years ago. Mindset. Go in with the mindset, it's not heavy. Yep. Tell yourself it's light. And basic things as well, like calorie surplus. There we go. Boom. Take your food up. Take your body weight up. You proved that wrong today. Yeah, no, but I've been resetting my deadlifts almost. I haven't really been deadlifting properly like that in ages. Actually, yeah, you can make improvements, but I'd say surplus anyway. I want to know the secret, because I sit here and go, fuck, I'm sure many people that watch this right now think, fucking hell, 200 kilos or pulling that much off the floor is like, I think about that, I'll never be able to do that. So I used to do 2 sets of, let's say now, I'll do 2 sets of 200 for 6 to 8, and then I'll do 175 for a set of 10 to 12. Then I'll probably do 2 sets of 222.5 for 6 to 8, even that small progression, and then I'll do 177.5, or 177.5 for 10 to 12. So I'd build my deload up. Yeah, I would build my deload up by just minute 1.25, hitting that 10 to 12, because if I put 5 on, I'll probably only hit 9. But I put that 1.25 on, I build up my deload, so it reaches what my working set would be. So that's how I've gone from doing 170 for maybe 3 to 6 and doing 140 for a set 10 to 12 to now doing 220, 230 for 2 sets of 6 to 8. And I know from my logbook, I can now do 180 to 190 for a set of 12 comfortably.
So I guess, so if what we're trying to say, so if you microload for, let's say, 4 weeks, at the end of the day, you add like 2.5 every week, that's 10 kilos sort of thing, instead of going from that big jump of like 5 kilos. And it's quite a big jump when you add 5 kilos to deadlift, you kind of feel that 5 extra kilos, that makes sense, especially what you're lifting. 100%. So you'll be microloading, and it's to the point where microloading, you don't notice that much of a difference, and then over time that adds up. So yeah, it's a good way of doing things.
Exactly.
Post-workout setup, we are looking like this. We have 400 milliliters of egg whites. A lot of people ask me, do you eat meat anymore, George? And I actually don't, if I'm honest with you. And it's not because I don't like meat, I'm going vegan or vegetarian, whatever the fuck it is. It just doesn't fill me up. Like egg whites, that's just 40 grams of protein there, of quite a lot of volume, quite a lot of mouthful. Add 40 grams of protein from chicken, that's not going to be anywhere near as much volume as what this would be. So little bits and bobs I'm doing like that to kind of fill me up. We have 2 of these Callow rice cakes, just 2 poverty rice cakes here. 1 just original bagel thin, and we also have this, is it tomato and herb bagel thin, which I got. This is here. Macros on this bagel thin is 21.9 grams of carbs, 0.7 grams of fat, and 5 grams of protein, 1.8 grams of fibre if anyone gives a fuck. And it smells really good. It smells tomato and herby, if that makes any sense. While I'm here, I'll give you a little taste test of this bagel. Slightly different colour to the, I don't know why, just slightly different colour, but it's scored again.
Yeah.
Sit. What's the score now?
5.
5. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, all over them now. Just better.
It tastes like pizza base, sort of. That's how I'm having it. So going out for my evening steps, I always listen to a podcast. Every single day I will listen to at least one podcast, whether it's about online coaching, whether it's about nutrition, training. I'm always willing to, or looking to expand my knowledge, which I think is very important. If you're, I have a few individuals, I have quite a lot of individuals that are wanting to get into online coaching. They ask, George, how do you get into it? What do you do? This is basic stuff which I do. Listen to podcasts, listening to, trying to improve and expand my knowledge. It's one thing which you definitely should be doing, definitely something which I'd recommend. Also, I'm also wearing my old Vibrams, ain't I? Just had a couple walk past me and fucking, they looked back. Luckily I was crossing the road and I actually see them looking back at my bloody shoes. They are comfortable as fuck. I'll be honest with you, they're ugly as shit. People will probably look thinking, what the fuck have you got on their feet, on your feet? But they feel so good. Like my ankle mobility right now as I walk just feels free. Like my feet feel so much more healthier. And I've always actually remembered this quote that I heard on, I don't know where I heard it on, must be like a video or something. The best shoe you can wear is no shoe. And it literally just feels like I'm walking without any shoes on. However, the downside to these is I'm fucking 5'6". It makes me even shorter, because obviously when we wear shoes we have a little bit of a heel, and these don't have much of a heel on it, so I'm actually walking around like I'm a fucking dwarf, which isn't good. I don't give a fuck. They're comfy, they're ugly as shit, they make me happy. I feel my feet have felt the best they've felt in a long while, believe it or not. I don't get no shin splints, because sometimes when I do pacey walking like this, I'm fucking walking, I get shin splints, which isn't fucking good. And you know, when it burns and you can't walk as fast and you're hobbling about like a twat, not good. But these are fantastic. Definitely get yourself some if you're debating getting some. They are worth every single penny. So in one of my previous videos I gave some unique tips which I learned off a podcast regarding how to perfect the perfect night's sleep, and I wanted to go through the process in which I do exactly that, just to give you an insight, and maybe you can try it and see if it works. What I done is I had my shower about 20 minutes ago. Like I said, I have that about an hour and a half to an hour before I actually go to bed. I believe it is due to helping elevate your body temperature to enable it to cool down, if that makes sense, because you don't want to be going to bed roasting hot. I'm already implementing my blue light blockers. Notice how the background is very dark. It's not like, you know, I'm not surrounded by crazy amounts of light. I'm also implementing my supplements, so I'm having my final meal now, which is about an hour and a half before I go to bed, which is going to be my oats and whey protein. I'm also implementing my supplements like my support neuromat. Main reason as to why I'm implementing it in my last meal is because I cut off water as well in my last meal. So about an hour and a half, 2 hours before I go to bed, I cut off any water. So I don't want to be waking up throughout night pissing for England. Fucking, it's the worst thing. You're like waking up and you have to go for a piss. The effort to get up and go for a piss. I sometimes think I'd rather piss the bed, but I'm not going to do that because that'd be fucking stupid. So I implement support neuromat. I also have my vitamin C tablet, take my magnesium and zinc about 30 minutes to 40 minutes before I go to bed. I also am watching the highlights from the Manchester City Watford game, so I'm relaxing now. I'm kind of switching off, if that makes sense, which is important. I might play a little bit of PS4. So my bedroom setup, for anyone that actually gives a shit. Look how small my room is. It's absolutely tiny. But this is like the first time I've actually been in my room for throughout the whole day. This is where I go to sleep. I don't spend time sitting on my bed watching videos and doing my work in this room. This is just purely for going to sleep. So I've got some black out blinds just there. I also, in this corner here, what I would do is I'll turn on my fan just like that. And obviously the main reason by having a fan, you can open your window, that's fine, but a fan is great because it keeps your room nice and cool. Perfect environment to fall asleep. I will then proceed to do this. Lights out, so I sit in the dark, and I will be playing about 30 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour on the old PS4. A little bit of FIFA and stuff like that. What I've been implementing is this bad boy. This is fantastic for if you're struggling, you know, in the mornings right now. How light is it? About 4 o'clock in the morning, it's bloody light. You wake up, you think, fucking hell, it's 4 o'clock and it's bloody light. This is perfect, so get one of these on your face. At first, it's a little bit weird because you know that you've got something covering your eyes and you can feel it on your face, but you get used to it after a while. So this has really been beneficial for me. And I literally sleep with a pillow like that, lights out, all out. Friends is all wrapped up. I know someone's gonna ask me opinion on the Vibrams when you do your cardio. They're comfortable, they're really comfortable. At first I was a little bit off balance, like I don't know why, like, I'm so used to using my Vans when it comes to Stairmaster that I was a little bit off balance. After, you know, doing 5 or 10 minutes of it, it was just back to how it normally was, and it was quite comfortable, felt quite fluent, felt good. Wanted to discuss quickly strength within a calorie deficit, because still people ask me to this day, can you still maintain performance in the gym whilst being in a deficit? I think to a certain degree, if you're cutting for like 6 weeks for your holiday, yes, of course you can. If you lose strength in 6 weeks of dieting, there's something probably wrong. So reevaluate what you are doing. I'll probably get so many DMs just saying that now. Oh, can you look at my macros and stuff like that? No, I don't get paid to look at that. Competition lean. If you're looking to get competition lean and expecting to maintain strength, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care. This is what's going to happen. You are not going to maintain your strength. I don't give a shit. If you are dropping, I don't know, 30 pounds in body weight, you're getting contest prep lean, there's no chance. There's no fucking chance. You might be able to maintain a few movements, great, but I promise you, majority of your stuff, 80% plus of the movements that you do, you will drop the load in. And psychologically, that fucking winds you up because you work so hard to get that progress. You know, in my surplus, I was striving for those progress. So, you know, I was incline pressing the fucking 45 kilo dumbbells, which is impressive for me. Now I'm doing the 35 dumbbell, and that's poverty, but, you know, weight moves weight at the end of the day. There's gonna be numbers where I'm gonna have to fucking drop these numbers, boy, and suck it up and be honest with myself. There's nothing worse than trying to hold on to something which is already gone. It's like you sitting there trying to fucking stay with your missus and she don't want to stay with you. Move on. You look back in 6 months time, you think, fucking, why was I sopping over that fucking bitch? You know what I'm saying? Sorry if I didn't mean to come across like that, but you get the message. Found this in Tesco's. It is naked rice made from our noodles, 0 fat, low in calories, with 0.9 grams of carbohydrates per 100 grams. And like I said, the panel's pretty good for anyone that's interested. It just looks like shit, it just looks like rice, but again, if you're on a really low carb diet, this would be absolutely fantastic to create more volume in your food. So I'm giving tips, man. Fucking Dragon's Den, this on I need to get fucking sponsored by this shit. So we are 12 weeks out. It's coming around very, very quickly. I've been dieting, what, 17 weeks now? Such a long time. I haven't missed a training session, haven't missed a step, haven't missed a macro, haven't done a Brandon Harding and binged. It's funny because I see people like suffering and after 10 weeks of dieting, they have to have a meal off plan and stuff like that. I'm thinking, I've been doing this 17 weeks and I'm still going strong. But it's all up here. It's very much all up here when it comes to bodybuilding, when it comes to prep, when it comes to losing weight. You've got to have a really good, strong mindset. Comment down below Apple if you've watched the whole thing. Appreciate everyone that watches me. Appreciate the support recently on all the videos and stuff like that. It's mad that I'm getting like 10,000 views on a fucking video of me talking a load of shit throughout the videos. But thank you for all the support. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm rambling. Anyway, see you in a bit. Bye.